Hi kids, Uncle Matt here. I'm driving to the airport. It's going to be a beautiful day to fly. I'm going to take you on my trip today up to see my friend Zach up in Kenosha at the airport. He moved to a new hangar and is making it into his little man cave, I guess you would call it. So I will be keeping you in the loop. Okay guys, here we are. I'm arriving at my airport where my Red Baron is parked. Right up there you see that building. That's actually a restaurant up there called Pilot Pete's. It's really cool. So I'm gonna come over here. I gotta go in. I gotta put my code in to get into the secured part of the airport. So put the code in here. 311 is the code, pound. There goes that gate. All right. That's gonna move ahead here. Once that is enough for me to get through, I'm going through. That's the airport. There's a nice helicopter out there, it looks like, sitting, and some airplanes. Very cool. So here we go. I'll come up here and I'm gonna park in one of the parking spots. All right. Park right here and then grab my belongings, and I'll be back with you guys when I get to my hangar. Here I am at the airport. Not a lot going on. My hangar number is Bravo 18. So I'm gonna open up the door. I'll be right back. So I am here in my hangar. It is dark, as you can see. I'm gonna pop the lights on and bingo. There she is. I have a blanket on its nose because I like to keep it warm, and I'm preheating it. So, matter of fact, I should be preheating it. Yep, it's on. So yeah, here we are, my hangar. This is what it looks like. There's the airplane I'm gonna fly up to see my friends. My workshop. See, you got airplanes up in the hanging. There's my Eagle project. You got all sorts of stuff in here. Yep. There's my big guy. I think Bergen and Boo, you guys saw me fly that, and your dad. I'm gonna be right back with you. I'm gonna put my stuff down. I'm gonna pre-flight this thing. I'm gonna show you what I do before I go flying to make sure the airplane's safe. Okay, I'm back here. I'm gonna take this cover off. Okay, I'm gonna put that right over here. And you can see I have these on there because they keep the heat in on my engine, and I have the engine plugged in, and if you were right by here you could feel the heat in the engine. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna check the oil on this thing. It's my first thing I do. So I'll pull it out. I'll be right back with you. So I checked the dipstick. See the dipstick? It goes down in there, and I think I need about a quarter of oil in there. I flew pretty hard yesterday and burned a little oil, so I'm gonna put a quarter of a quart of oil in, and I'm also gonna be back with you, and I'm gonna show you how to kind of look in the compartment for any issues with the flashlight. You put oil in this thing, you just basically pour it right down the same hole basically where you check the oil, and I had used about half a quart before on this, so I'm going to put the rest of that in here. We'll tip it up, and then we're going to be good on oil. Try to get every little drop in there. We're going to put the dipstick back in to the engine and screw it and just tighten it just hand tight, because it's going to get tighter as the engine heats up, so we don't get too tight. And then what I'm going to do is I got my trusty flashlight here, and I'm going to look in the engine compartment for any potential issues, leaks, things that came apart or something from last time I flew it. Just looking around for anything that looks abnormal. Check the baffling up on the top. Everything looks really good. Nice and clean. This white thing right here is the inverted oil system, so when I fly upside down, it still makes sure that the engine gets its oil recycled properly. It doesn't just all go to the top or bottom of the engine, depending on what I'm doing. So it looks pretty good. Pretty good, guys, pretty good. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make sure the exhaust is tight because we don't want that loose. If it's loose, sometimes you get some bad gases in the cockpit. All right. Now I'm gonna check the inside of the front of the airplane, right, by the prop. I'm gonna just check up in here, make sure I don't have any friends that got up in there. Make sure that belt looks nice and make sure it's tight. I'm gonna look at the propeller very closely. Look for any cracks. Look for any oil leaks around the blades because these actually twist. I can twist them in flight to get the optimum performance. So that looks good. Spinner is tight. We'll check this side over here. Looks good, all good. Again, the belt over there. I'm gonna check the prop again. These are existing. Check that. Yep, looks good. All right, everything looks good there, okay. I'm gonna look down here and make sure I got the brake pads are in good shape, looks good. Okay, kick the tire, gotta do that. Now we're back over on the left side wing, right? I'm gonna make sure that these struts are nice and secure. Check every bolt, make sure everything's good. This is my stall horn, tells me if I'm going too slow, too high of an angle of attack. Checking out the bolts, good. Everything looks good here. All right, I'm gonna come around. I'm gonna run my hand above the wing, just in some spots. Make sure my lights are nice and secure, they didn't come loose. All right, I have ailerons here, which I control inside the cockpit. I'm gonna look inside that bay with my flashlight, look for any obstructions, anything that looks off. I'm gonna take my hand on this thing and I'm gonna make sure that that linkage is free. All right, come around. I'm gonna go along the bottom side of the airplane. I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna ask you guys after this video about why I do that, okay? Now I'm gonna look back over here, look at these nuts. Okay, these are tight, see? We'll look at here, I'm gonna check the tightness, make sure everything looks good here, because these are my controls back here, and they all look good. Good tension there, good there. I'm gonna check. This looks good. That looks good. Trim tab here, make sure it's tight, looks good. Check the wheel, the back tail wheel looks good, the rudder's good. We got more things to check here, more things to check there. All right, okay, gotta check this one. Look at the flashlight, everything looks good. I'm gonna go along the bottom side again. It's gonna be a quiz for you guys why I do that. All right, now we're gonna look inside the airplane. Okay, you see these cables right here? This cable right here, that controls the rudder. All right, that's the rudder. So those go all the way back through the airplane and it controls the rudder. It's hooked up to the rudder pedals. Like right here, that's a rudder pedal and that's a rudder pedal. So I steer the airplane with my feet when it's on the ground. All right, I got everything else here, looks good. I'm gonna make sure that my seat is secure. I don't want the seat falling out. All right, yeah, okay, looks good. All right, and then I'm gonna go along this wing. We're gonna test, yeah, good strong. Check the nuts, everything's good. Check this, make sure it's tight. Again, gonna check the controls here, good. All right, running my flashlight, looking inside, nothing there. All right, make sure this light is tight, good. Run my hand above the wing to make sure there's nothing broken or stuck up there. Check these nuts, look good. Again, making sure everything is tight. All right, gonna look down at the brake pad on the right tire. It looks good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna test the fuel and the fuel system at 4 points to make sure we have no moisture in the fuel and no contaminants. Contaminants. Woo, can't say that word. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is point number 1. All right, this is the gasilator. That's what it's called, and that's really where the gas goes right before it goes into the engine. And then I'm gonna go in the lowest part of the airplane and where the moisture would most likely kind of end up being is right here. So I'm going to press on it and see the fuel is gonna go into the container. All right, now I'm gonna look at this fuel, and the first thing I wanna see is make sure that it's blue. It's blue. And then you might not be able to see this, and I can't see anything, but if I saw moisture, I would see it in here. It would be separate from the fuel, okay? And then, as you can see, there's some really fine screening that takes out any debris or anything like that. Oh, the third point I need to check is the wing area. I need the fuel is in the wing, so this is also a good spot. If there's moisture, it's going to collect there. If I see moisture, I'm going to keep taking more fuel out until it's gone, because the moisture will be at the bottom of the tank. Any water will be at the bottom of the tank. The fuel will stay towards the top, okay? All right. It's blue, and I don't see any moisture, which makes sense. The airplane's in a hangar. Usually you gotta check for this when the airplane's outside at night and it's cold, because moisture will build up in there, okay? So here's another, this is the other side, the right side of the wing. All right, and cook a sample. It's blue. I don't see any moisture. We're good. So now, because of this unique device with the very fine mesh, I don't have to spill this on our beautiful Earth. I can put it back in one of the tanks. So now you're gonna go up with me on a step ladder, that step ladder, okay? Then we're gonna go up top. Okay, we're gonna go up on top, and there is a gas cap, and there's a gas cap over there too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the phone down for just 1 second, and I'm gonna pour this in there. I'm gonna open it up and I'll pour it, and I'll show you. Okay, so, there we go. I need an assistant to hold my camera. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're gonna pour the fuel back into the tank, because we've inspected it. Okay, so that really concludes the pre-flight. We will be back with you when I'm pulling the airplane out to go and fly it. Bye-bye. So now what we're gonna do is open up the hangar door, and I'll show you how you do that. I'm gonna hit this open button, and then it's gonna go up. Woohoo! Door's going up, door's going up, door's going up. So now I'm gonna push my airplane out of the hangar. You're coming with me. It's pretty light. Or I'm really strong. We're gonna close the hangar door. Heat all went out, but that's okay. I'm gonna close it. In this case, I have to hold the button down. What a bummer, huh? Just a poor use of time. But it's a safety thing. You don't want to be having it automatically coming down with just one little press and then hit somebody or hit your airplane. There's my airplane ready to fly. I gotta get out there while it's still warm, as I warmed up the engine with plugging it in, so the oil should be nice and toasty. And this door is coming down very slowly. how I get to go fly. So a little bit of work involved before you go fly. See you in the airplane. Okay, now we're in the airplane. I have closed the door. I locked it. I'm going to put my seatbelts on. And these are called harnesses. And it's a little bit more than your typical airplane, but you know, if you're going to fly upside down or something, you want to have as much of the strap around your body to keep you in place. So, speaking of, I had these really tight from yesterday when I was doing a little bit of aerobatics, and here we go. Okay, so that's that. I'll put the top harnesses on here. All right. There we go. Put that one. Got this one. All right. That is locked, so I'm good there. All right, so now you always use a checklist to just make sure you don't forget anything. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick check and do the controls here. That's good. All right. Yep. Okay. Yep. Push back stuff in the back seat. There we go. All right, so that's good. All right, Hobbs. Okay, check 337.3. I'm gonna go back over. Okay, so I'm going through the checklist. Going through everything. I'll make sure all the circuit breakers are good. Yes. All right. I'm gonna put the master on. The magnetos. First thing I'm gonna do, I'll put my headset on like that. Okay. I'm going to prime the engine. All right. I'm going to prime the engine. So I'm going to make sure it's rich. And now, okay, I'm going to prime it up. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. I just put fuel into the cylinders. I'll lean it out. All right. Now we're going to put this on. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to start this bad boy up. Okay, so hang in there. Hopefully she starts right away. I got everything on. Clear! Now it has started. All right, I'm going to let it warm up for a while. Now it's on. Yeah, wait for the oil to warm up a little bit. Oil temperature, oil pressure, our engine RPMs, and full pressure. Transponder, GPS, tracking, how high I am, 18C, MSL. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me. Now we're going to taxi to the runway. I'm going to be taking off my selfie because I need to focus on flying. See you at the next airport. We're going to stop for fuel. Okay, now we're going to take off. We're going to go to Lincoln Hills Airport and get fuel. You'll be with me along the way. See you there. are. I just arrived at Lake in the Hills. I'm just stopping here to fuel up because you know why? Because Uncle Matt likes when fuel is cheap because I can fly more. So I'm gonna fuel up here. I'll show you what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna get back in the airplane, take off, and we're gonna go northwest to Kenosha. Ask your dad about Kenosha. I think you guys had some relatives. Your dad had some relatives up there. So I'll be back with you. Bye. Here we are. Like I said, we're getting fuel. I'm gonna have to, what I'm gonna do is you put your credit card in and you put your tail number in. My tail number is November 149 Sierra Alpha, right? And this is the pump stuff. So we're gonna pull that wheel out. We're gonna ground the airplane with this. I'll show you. But first, let's put the credit card in. This is the machine. I'm gonna put my credit card in right here. I'm trying to hold my iPhone. I need a selfie stick for you guys. Let me get one. All right. Bam. All right. We're gonna answer that question. It's asking me what tail number it is. November 149 Sierra Alpha. Enter. And then it's gonna ask me what fuel do I want. I need 100 low lead. I don't need jet, so it's gonna be the number 2 pump. All right, and then how many gallons? What am I gonna put in this baby? I'm gonna top it off. I'm gonna go all the way to the max, and I think that probably 32 gallons. It holds 40 gallons. Okay, so I'm gonna put. I think I got at least 8 gallons in there from yesterday's aerobatic session, so I'm gonna go 32. It's probably too much, but it's okay. It'll only charge me for what I use. And then I'm gonna say yes. I'm sure. Yeah, sure. I'll take a receipt, and now it's gonna go ahead and process my credit card. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna pull this out, okay? We gotta fuel up, okay? Pulling that out, that's good. All right, and I kind of hurry up a little bit here because I don't want the credit card to time out. I need to do this thing right here because that has to ground the airplane. When you're fueling it up, you have any static electricity or anything, obviously this fuel is very flammable. So we're gonna ground the airplane. We're gonna put that right there. That grounds the airplane, okay? It's not grounded until that's on there, all right? We're gonna turn the pump on, okay? Boom. It's gonna go to 0 gallons, and now I need a ladder. So I'm gonna grab this ladder that they let us use, okay? I'm gonna carry the ladder out with me. All right. And then I'm gonna be right back with you. Just like you fuel up your car, you fuel up your airplane almost the same way. I'm up on the ladder, as you can see, and I have there, and then you just press down on the lever there to fuel it up. So I just filled off this tank. I'm gonna go over to the other side now. Now I got to fuel up the other side. I'm going to put, let's see, it took 16 gallons on that side. So I'm sure it's going to take another 15 here to fuel it up. So I'm going up on my ladder and going to this next tank to fill it up. Be right back. Look at that beautiful airplane that just arrived. Pretty cool, huh? Very neat. Very neat, very neat. That's my 182, not mine, but one that's like it. Now that I fueled it up, what I need to do is I need to clean it up. I need to put everything back the way I found it. So I'm gonna end up pressing the button right here, and that's gonna reel it in. See how that works? I use my leg to kind of guide it. Okay. Yep. Then I'm gonna shut the pump off like that. All right. Then I'm going to cover it up with that thing and then put it on the pump. All right, that's what you do there. Then now I need to get back and I need to take the grounding wire off. All right, right there. Take that off, okay? And this is kind of tricky. It's on a spring, so you kind of give it a little tug, and then it winds in automatically. Okay. Gotta have a good touch. Bingo. Put that like that. Okay. Last but not least, I'm missing. Can't get very far with the ladder in front of my airplane. So I'm going to take this ladder back and I'll be back with you. Now I'm going to get my receipt. Okay. See the receipt come out underneath here. There it is. Let's see. Wow. Look at that. Huh? $108. A lot of fun can be had with $108. I'm actually going to go over to the porta potty right there, and I don't think you guys are coming in for that. Sorry. Back. All right, so before we take off, we're just going to do a quick look at the airplane. Again, I got to check everything out, you know, make sure everything's looking right. See, like that. A visual, just a visual. Nothing like I did before, but to make sure things are working. Nothing happened on the way over. Shouldn't have. Landing wasn't too bad. A little bounce on my landing. Yikes. Not bad though. Everything looks good. So now I'm going to jump into the cockpit and then we're going to head up to Kenosha. Quick flight again. Not too bad. Maybe we'll do some zigzags with you. Be back. Okay guys, so we're back in the airplane. Got to do the same thing. Got to put my harness on, the seatbelts, everything. And then, you know, use my checklist and make sure everything looks good. And then we're going to leave. We're going to depart on runway 26. That's 260 degrees. And then we're going to turn right to go north up to Kenosha, a little bit northeast. Okay, so I'm going to get this baby started. I won't bore you with all the checks again. And then I will see you on the taxi. Now I know how to get there, but I'll show you how I would end up putting in this airport. Let's see if I have it in my history. There it is. I'm going to KENW. That's the airport code for Kenosha. All right. That's going to be my path this way. Looks like it's about 30 miles. That's nothing. All right. I'm going to be in a taxi now. By the way, we got fuel. Look at. we're going to my friend's hangar, so I'm taxiing over to the hangar, and then I'll arrive and then I'll be done. So I'll see you in a little bit. So we've arrived at my destination. I'm gonna shut off my GoPro here, turn that baby off, and now we want to do is we want to secure the plane. So because I'm gonna go in and have lunch with my friend. So yeah, so we're gonna turn that off, do that. All right, undo myself, turn off all my gadgets. Okay, put my headset down on the floor. Okay, get out of this guy. All right, put everything back. I need to get my chocks, so I'm gonna put my these are called chocks, and what they do is they go underneath the tires so the wind doesn't blow the airplane. So I kind of like that. Okay. And here we are. And I don't think my friend is here yet because I think he's going to go get a couple sandwiches. There he is right now. So we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, so here we are. Here's my friend Zach. Zach, good to see you, man.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
We arrived, so we are going to... Now Zach and I are going to have some lunch and do some hangar talking. See you, kids.
See you later.
Here we are. We're in Zach's hangar. I'm going to flip my phone over video, and you're going to see his beautiful twin-engine airplane and his man cave to be here. So I'll be right back. Here's the hangar. Look at that beautiful machine. 2 engines on that guy. Isn't that nice? He's got a living room set up in here. We're gonna have some sandwiches. Wow, look at that. That is luxury. Got magazines all out for us. There's the inside of that airplane. Got a few more seats than the one I just flew. Beautiful. Pretty cool. All right, guys, so got a little choppy there at the end with my keeping up with my videos. I wanted to get back before dark, and then I landed, and then there was another airplane. One of my friends was coming in right after me, so had to make sure that I got my airplane out of the way so he could taxi in front. You probably saw that in the video, but it was fun. I had a good day. I'm gonna go back and make this a nice little production for you guys to watch, and hope you enjoy it. So that's it. Till the next time I fly. Bye-bye.